Hello everyone. You're welcome to my channel, and this is your boy Dr. Rogers, a multiple scholarship winner and an RT, currently a doctor in South Korea. So today I'm going to be talking about postdoctorate positions in the USA, and I'm also going to be talking about another postdoctorate position in Australia. That's with the Commonwealth Association in Australia. So if you're a doctor, if you just had your PhD or you're planning to graduate very soon, then this is where you're supposed to be now. Or if you know someone who has a PhD already and wants to do his postdoctorate, then definitely you should make sure you share this life with him, because I have a lot of interesting positions to share with you tonight. So, after I had my PhD, that was probably last year, there was this moment where I had to search a lot of positions globally, and especially with the pandemic, it made it very difficult, to get positions in different organizations everywhere. So, I just started searching, and searching, and you know so I decided to go back to my database, or back to the drawing board where I used to search. Of course, now I do have a job. I have a job now. So I also want people to benefit from the same opportunity like I did, or like I am at the moment. So I'm going to share with you. First, there is this lab in the US, and it's called the Oak Ridge National Laboratory in the US. It's offering very amazing positions in the area of right from modeling to artificial intelligence. So let me share my screen with you. And let's see what. Yeah, to begin, you have here let's start with this one. Is yeah, you have here postdoctorate and research association with artificial intelligence. So they are searching for someone with biostatistics and multi-system group. That's a biosystem and multi-system group is searching for a candidate for a postdoctorate position. So and you see, the major research duties was participate in research projects, which is definitely the case or the reason why you're being selected. So if you're somebody who has a PhD in statistics, computer science, applied maths, or closely related fields, then you should apply. Or if you know someone who just graduated from this field or will graduate very soon, then you should probably send this to them. So the preferred qualifications should be somebody who has a strong background in modal data handling, spatial, structured, and unstructured. So usually in most of these applications, what we expect you to send is your CV. They expect you to send your CV, your cover letter. So if you have one, you should just prepare it you know, and apply as soon as possible. And you see here there is the apply now where you can, upload your thing and you just apply online. You don't need to send your documents to any um person. But if you have trouble, or if you are having any difficulties or with this program, or if you have any questions, then there is this email which you can send to them as soon as possible. So this position, I'm going to be attaching the link on the description box after I'm done explain talking about this position. So this is one of the positions I had to talk about. Okay, there is another one which has to do with large scale simulations for additive manufacturing. That's another postdoctorate position which is open still with this national laboratory. And this one requires someone with a PhD in material science and engineering. So if you have a PhD in material science and engineering, then you should be rushing to apply for this position. It will be very good for you to apply as soon as possible. And you'll be required, it is first, the position is for up to 24 months, that's up to 2 years, with possible extension based on your performance, and also if there is more sponsorships or more grants, or if the lab gains more fundings as well. So you should apply for that. And you also have the application now. You can send them here, the email here, for any questions. So I'm going to be attaching this too on the description box. Um, let's get to this one. This is a postdoctorate position in Australia. This is in Australia, and which is Commonwealth Science. C stands for Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research. It's a Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research lab or group, which they do have an amazing program for you to apply. And this is also one organization I started chasing or looking at their adverts. That's 2 years ago, before I rounded off with my PhD at the moment. So what I did found out with them was that I couldn't apply because at that moment, because of COVID, they had written or they mentioned that they were not ready to accept anybody who doesn't have a visa in Australia. So even if I'd applied for it and got it, I couldn't go for it, so I didn't apply at that time. But currently, I have a job, so I don't really need to apply. And this one will be in Sydney. Yeah, this position is termed or is meant to be or the person who will be selected for this position will be working in Sydney, and it's a three years tenure position. It's really a good one for 3 years, and this is the salary. The salary is between 88K. That should be 88,000 Australian dollars to 96,000 Australian dollars, plus up to 15.4% superannuation, like addition. So to become things that you need to consider is, first of all, is a postdoctorate position. So you need to have, or you're expected to have, a relevant discipline such as in physics, engineering, material science, computer science, and applied intelligence. So if this is your area, you should apply for it as soon as possible. And successful applicant the successful applicant, yes, on my MJ, I can see you. The successful applicant is required to obtain and provide a national police check, which is, of course, this holds for all developed countries. When you get the job, usually they have to do background check to be sure that you are up to the standards. Okay, another postdoctorate position is a fellowship in natural language processing. Whoa, this is a good one. Natural language processing. Let's see. This one will be in Mansfield. This position is meant to be in Mansfield for a term of 3 years. 3 years position. So if you graduated from computer sciences with natural language processing and computer linguistic, then this program should definitely be a program for you. So you should go for it. Let's get back to the Oak Ridge Natural National Laboratory in the USA. This one is for model integration postdoctorate position, and it was announced on the 1st of June. This position was announced in the 1st of June 2021, and you'll be filled till someone gets it. Yes, and this time around, if you have a PhD in terrestrial biosphere modeling or ecology or biochemistry, this will be something for me, because I have skills. I have a background in biochemistry and ecology. So this would have been a good position for me if I'm applying at the moment. So if you're somebody from biology, biosphere modeling, ecology, biogeochemistry, you should apply for this. And the work requires an applicant with a wide range of skills. So if you have, especially your publications, if you have a wide range of publications from 5 publications with an SCI, or even 3 in some cases, if you're extremely lucky, 3 I'll probably say if you're in the US, 3 will go, but if you're out of the USA, maybe 5 will go or so. It's a good position for you. Apply with up to 24 months. 24 months, and it's like a free pass for you. Anyone, if you didn't get, if you ever dreamed studying the US and you couldn't get it at the master level, the PhD level, I think this is an ideal, a suitable opportunity for you to go for it. So you make sure you do apply as soon as possible. Another postdoctorate position in in Australia is that of postdoctoral fellowship in spatial temporal learning, and wow, this is a 3 years position as well. It's like all positions which are advertised by this organization, which is the Commonwealth Institute of Scientific Learning in Australia. They are for 3 years. So if you have a knowledge of Python, CC plus equivalent, this is really great for you. A lot of programs these days, regardless of what your PhD is in, sometimes they require you to have some basic programming skills. So if you have some basic programming skills, especially Python, then you are really really good to go. And the application will close on the 2nd of July, 11 at 11 p.m. Australian time. 11 p.m. Australian time. So you have 1 month. 1 month to apply for this position. There's another one too in base distributed sensing, which is another position which you can apply for if you already have your PhD. And this position is meant to be in Perth. So the position was announced on the 2nd of June 2021, and it will definitely have a deadline 2nd of July 2021. So you have 1 month. You have 1 month to apply for this position. So the pay too is not really bad. Like 88,000 to 96,000 Australian dollars. That's so much. I won't say so much because it also depends on the living standard in Australia, which is, strict, like almost comparable to that in Seoul, South Korea, or equivalent to that in close to that in New York. So you should apply for this, and this is a position for 3 years, guys. This is one thing with the postdoctorate positions. Usually, there are some, based on my experience, there are some, if you, they will tell you if you already have 3 years, if you graduated 3 years ago, you cannot apply for them. And those are most of the postdoctorates in Europe. Most postdoctorates in Europe require or tell you if you've got 3 years after your graduation date, then you cannot apply for these positions, meaning they're indirectly telling you your PhD has expired. So when you see a position, hi, Dr. Sheila, I see you. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna talk properly. Yes. Okay, thank you. So, I adjusted. So, if for this position, like I was saying, usually there are some positions whereby if you already graduated 3 years ago, you are not qualified to apply for these postdoctorate positions. And some of us in academia, you bear with me that before you can go in for some associate positions or associate professor, before even ever getting a professor position, you need to get this transition job, which is a postdoctorate position. So you have to apply as soon as possible. But if you get to see one position like this one in hi Cherubin TV, hello. So if you see this position which tells you they are gonna give it to you for up to a period, yes. So if let's see this let me turn it back. So if you see this position which gives you a period of 3 years to apply, then it's really exciting because it's kind of like a straightforward entrance for you to getting into associate or maybe professor level after that. So it's a really good opportunity for you in Australia to apply in Perth. And when you do apply for this position, you get it. It's really a big and a good one for you. So if you know anybody who is or who has a doctorate degree or a PhD in seismology or geophysics, please share this with them so that they can apply as soon as possible. Okay, now let's get to another one. Let's get back. No, this is science. No, let's get back to a modeling position. Back in modeling position, this one is in the USA. This is a position still with the Oak Ridge National Laboratory in the USA. This position was announced on the 4th of June. 4th of June. So it's a really good position. And it's for people who have a PhD. If you have a PhD in applied maths or a PhD in chemistry, physics, material science, this is really, really a good one for you. Hello, Gilbert, Mazi, good evening. So this is really a good one for you to apply. So if you know anybody who has a PhD in chemistry and physics, please make sure you share this with them as soon as possible for them to apply. It's a really good position, and usually let me tell you guys applying. One more thing about applying for these things are sometimes do not disqualify yourself before you even apply for it, because some of these institutions, they have the fundings, they have the money, but they need candidates to apply so that they can write their report at the end of the year. So at the end of the year, if they write a report and say no candidate apply, then they might not have this funding again. So do not disqualify yourself and say no, you know what, I have no publications, I'm not going to apply, I have my grades were very low, I'm not going to apply. Go ahead and apply for it. You might just be the fortunate candidate who applies alone, and you will be selected for it. I'm telling this from experience because while I remember when I was job hunting, there are some positions whereby I was called for. I applied for them because each day I do send out applications, so it became a hobby. It becomes a hobby. So it becomes a hobby. So I do. Yeah, so sometimes, so guys, sorry about my screen. When I started the live, I had to rotate, so I found out that that is probably in my next live show. Sorry about that. So, like I was saying before, these positions, you need to apply for them as soon as possible, because when you do not apply, what happens is that usually they need candidates. They need candidates, to fill their report and submit it at the end of the day. So they will need someone, or they'll be very excited for you to work with them. So, for instance, this is also a tip for some people who are searching for good study destinations to move with your family, because such positions your family is fully covered. So let's get to another position again. I already shared the modeling position. Let's get back to another one. This one is on polymer characterization. Still in this laboratory. That's to tell you, these guys have a lot of funds this year to cover up a lot of positions. And trust me, with the coming of COVID, it's very hard to get jobs. So those in academia, you bear with me that this is like and is it is not. I might make you feel it's pretty easy, but till you make an effort and try to apply, then you will realize that this is the best thing that has ever happened to you or your family. So for this one, they're expecting someone with a PhD in polymer science or engineering, polymer science, engineering, physics, chemical engineering, material science. So if you know someone or closely related field completed in the last 5 years. This is the basic criteria. This criteria is just basic. Hello, Brenda. Hi, I see you. Thank you. So this is just a basic criteria. But if you know someone, for instance, if you know someone who studied probably biology and has a skill in polymer, because in school sometimes we do get minors. So if you have someone who is in biology and did some sub training in polymer physics, you should send this to them to apply as soon as possible as well, because they really need candidates. They really, really need a lot of people to apply. And if you have any difficulties, if you have any difficulties, then if you have any difficulties, you should yeah, if you have any difficulties, please email this address, and I'm going to at the end of the video I'm going to attach this on my description box for people to apply. So there are lots of them. Let's get again here to another postdoctorate position, and this is not I'm done with the postdoctorate positions, and this is an extra bonus. An extra bonus is bioscience research scientist. So if you don't want to get into academia, you don't want to go that far, then you can apply for this position. So the Oakland Ridge National Laboratory in the USA has a lot of funds. So share this good news with a lot of people who are looking forward for positions in the USA to rush to this to their website. You can rush there, check every single day. They do put up positions every single day. And like I said, so I'm gonna end at this level, and I wish to thank everyone who didn't make it for the live show. Please share with your friends, share with your daughters, share with your uncle, your aunties. Tomorrow I'm going to have another live, and that one is going to be huge. I'm going to be talking or sharing about it's a PhD full scholarship. Yeah, a PhD full scholarship in Ireland with sponsorship of 24,000 euros. That's more than dollars. 24,000 euros, that's for just for your allowances, because your school is fully covered as well. So make sure, please share and share. Tomorrow we shall all meet again here, and this has been your boy Dr. Rogers. Thank you very much for all those who made it. Thank you, goodbye.